What is good, Tesla family? It's Rey-Jay back with another video. And this one, let's just briefly talk about Tesla, SPY, Nvda, the QQQ, and a couple of tickers very quickly. Then I'm going to be talking a lot more about what's happening with the news affecting Tesla, as we have some big updates coming out from Australia, not to mention some Cybertruck updates that just came out. But before I break things up, all this information, before I get into any more details, let me just mention a couple of things. I am firstly not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Moomoo and deposit $100 into the account, you are guaranteed up to 5 free stocks. Now, this offer ends in just about 11 days, so check it out before they run out. Anyways, let's break down what's going on with Tesla in the market. Looking at Tesla, we had a very monstrous day today. Instead of the head and shoulders playing out, the daily turned very bullish on Tesla. Tesla pumped towards this level, and we have this unfilled gap around this 262 level, which should be filled very soon. There's a lot more shorting going on in Tesla as shorts piled in. Now we're starting to see buyers not just stepping in, but shorts covering simultaneously. And we're going to be watching for more pushes to the upside. So with this push to the upside, we're going to be watching this 265 area, followed by 270 on Tesla as it has more upside. And we have a gap to fill at 275. We're very close to that if we keep breaking to the upside. Also, on the 4-hour time frame is looking a bit more bullish. You could see we look very bullish, and we have a nice accumulation right here. More upside is likely on the table. For SPY, we have a bullish divergence that developed, and this thing is trying to break out. If it breaks the 20 EMA, you're going to be watching for this thing to push up towards this 425 area. If that breaks, 428 is on the table. If we end up failing here, you're going to be watching to retest 423. I'm leaning a bit more bullish, but I just want to be watching this confirmation if we break the 20 EMA or not. For Apple stock, right now it's barely testing this resistance. We have a possible cup and handle, so it does look a bit more bullish for the gap fill at 175. But we want to see it break 174 first for confirmation. If it rejects 172 as support. The QQQ, you're going to be watching this resistance at 362. If we break above that, this thing has potential to start pushing even higher. We have a nice cup and handle forming, so it could be pushing for 365 soon. If we fail, you're going to be watching it break below 358 to turn bearish. As of right now, it looks more bullish, however. I'm leaning a bit more in the bullish direction. Finally, for the Nvda, we have a possible cup and handle developing on it or an inverse head and shoulders like structure. It's a little slanted, and I could see this thing pushing for 442 if we break that, and then we could see 450 plus. Now, I think 442 to 445 should be tested soon. To turn bearish, you want to see this thing break below 437.5, but I'm leaning a bit more in the bullish direction looking at the current trend. Anyways, that's it for the technical analysis side. Now let's talk about some big news that came out. This news has come out that Tesla is planning on building what's known as a gigawatt loop, and this could be very important for them to take advantage of alternative streams and sources of energy. Now, in doing so, this could be happening somewhere in Texas. Others are arguing it may be happening somewhere near the Colorado River, but its headquarters are claiming that it could be built around there. It's going to be open to the public, apparently. And this, in turn, is very ambitious for them, which includes a different stray of plans, which includes different productions for like battery cells and things like that. So it's going to be very important to watch over how this ends up moving. We want to see what type of updates come out, and I want to be watching to see what Elon Musk ends up saying. Now, Elon Musk also mentioned that when it comes to the stream, boardwalk, hiking, and biking trails are going to be like available around it. And with them potentially building this can be very cool. Now, what's very important about this is that they could be taking advantage of potential hydropower or hydroelectric power, which is one of the oldest and largest sources of renewable energy, which would be very good for them to generate more electricity. Now, if they end up doing this, it could be very useful. We'll see how this ends up playing out, as it looks very nice. Some more news came out that Tesla Model Y has topped passenger car sales down under, which is still a decent sign. As you can see right over here, the land down under has been a smashing milestone after new EVs are becoming more available, and they're selling up like crazy. EV sales made up 8% of total car sales in Australia last month, up 21% year over year, and this is once again good for them. Tesla also outsold their other battery EVs and diesel gas/passenger cars. They've outsold them in the Australian market, and they sold about 25,000 year to date. So that's some good news for them as Tesla sales are going up. We're also seeing that in New Zealand, the Model Y is the top selling all electric crossover last month, which is good for Tesla. So Tesla sales are going up in Australia and New Zealand, very good in that area and very good for Tesla. The Tesla Cybertruck performance to Model X Plaid drivetrain rumor is also coming out that this could be something very, very good for them. There's been some talk about how the Cybertruck Performance model would have the same tri-motor drivetrain as the Model X Plaid, as some have predicted. Now, that could be very, very notable, and that could be very important. So we'll have to wait and see if that's the case. There's also this news right here, as they could have a bi-directional charging in a 240 volt outlet. There's also talks about the Cybertruck as to how a man that's like 5'7" was able to lay flat on the frunk. That's what they're calling like the trunk area. No ramp built into the tailgate. Suspension is more comfortable than the Model S and X. This could be great news for them with these upgrades being made with the tri-motor and all-wheel drive drivetrain. So that's very cool. They're saying that the Model X Plaid would be able to accelerate from 0 to 60 in about 2.5 seconds with a top speed of 149 miles per hour. And with that being said, with these upgrades, it could be very good for the Cybertruck, and we'll see if anything else happens. Now, why did Tesla rally today? There are many reasons. We didn't see anything that was too crazy, but what's good is we saw a lot of shorting on Tesla. Okay, lots and lots of shorting, and then it's good because now shorts are covering, and they're realizing that maybe it wasn't the best of ideas to short Tesla very hard. And now with short covering and more buying pressure coming in with the market bouncing, this helped Tesla to some extent. We saw their Australian sales going up, which is good news for them. On top of this, they're saying that the deliveries played a big role in why it bounced today. I'm not really counting that much on that. I would say that the growth that Tesla has and the expectations are just part of why it tends to outperform the markets. We're seeing buyers stepping in nonetheless and lots of short covering because so many shorts piled in on Monday. So we'll see what happens from this point on. Tesla also just made your car safer after a crash through the software update. And Tesla has basically pushed a new software update that automatically activates and speeds up hazard lights after a crash. So if you've just been in an accident and you're not always in the best state of mind to think about activating your hazard lights, even though it's the right thing to do, it makes you and those around you feel safer by activating them and making the vehicle more visible. So that's good news by Tesla. Tesla now said it came up with a new feature that should be very helpful in those situations. And then through a new over-the-air software update that's getting pushed to most vehicles in the US, they're now going to automatically activate and flash the hazard lights after this airbags end up deploying. So that's some very, very good stuff. This could be very safe and help other drivers around them. And it's going to be very helpful for people to help save lives. So I'm very helpful and very happy about this. Just wanted to say thank you all so much for listening. And just know that the technicals are looking more bullish for Tesla as the news has been more positive, and we're starting to see some positive developments so far. All right, so have a great day, guys. I'll see you guys very soon tomorrow for the next video. Tesla to the moon because the long term is still incredibly bright. And peace out.